limit, it's only the beginning. That's when it's time.
Fuck being on some chill shit. We go 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. They be on that rap to pay the...
Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream of NBA 2K14. This is actually, I know it says NBA 2K17, but as I said before, this is a modded version of NBA 2K14. Modded a few things up from uniforms to the actual ball itself. The ball is actually different. It's not the actual ball that you get when you actually get the original game. I updated the ball to be a 4K render of a basketball, of a spalling basketball instead of what it originally was. You can also see here too what I mean by modded, other modded stuff. Like I added outfits to teams and stuff. So like, see how they got like the Nike jersey or whatever. Like they got these type of outfits and stuff that you can wear. I really like this outfit. I wish this could be my career mode outfit, but unfortunately I can't go through the files and do that. I don't know there is certain teams I can do it for, but for the Magic I don't know what their code is, unfortunately, so I can't change it to this jersey, which would really be fucking nice if I could. But anyway, we're gonna go into career mode. Alright, I'm gonna play against the Suns, the Phoenix Suns, which is a all rookie, all-star team. Because they're all like crazy.
Just earlier, the fans on their feet as the national anthem rang out throughout the arena. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, this is the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's great to have you with us. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Michael Jordan?
Well, he's one player who can get hot in a big hurry. It's like he has an on-off switch, and once it gets flipped on, he's tough to stop.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
Last outing for Orlando. They won that game against the Heat in Miami. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play. You know, when you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems, and for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc, and that's just not a winning number.
Here's Beasley after the made shot from Maxwell. And Chamberlain gets it to go on the assist by Beasley.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
On offense, here are the Suns. It's a three-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love the way they attacked at every opportunity. They never were on their heels, and eventually that allowed them to pull away.
Gets it to go. As you said, Clark, with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially in closing out on shooters beyond the arc.
Well, the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
The finger roll finish at the bucket. The franchise has got his first bucket in this one.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Beasley, the pass to Bird. Kicks it to Chamberlain. Beasley outside. Back to Chamberlain. Rocket 6. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Chamberlain got his second bucket of the night.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Pass to McCloud.
cameras like this. I always said it to
Here's garbage man, guarded by Chamberlain. And that is good.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Now here's Beasley. Not a lot of room. Outside for Jordan. Back to Beasley. From 11 feet away. Here's the franchise. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte.
I gotta take that straight to the rack on the ass. Or just shoot it.
And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Here's Chamberlain. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Sims. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. It's stolen by Turkoglu. Beasley for three, and that one's good.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Suns trail by 3. To the middle. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Savage. That's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Bird's shot is good.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Passes it to Maxwell. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Now here's Beasley. Against Miami, he was really on his game. And you can catch he'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Now, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Phoenix. Maxwell's shot is no good.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Beasley up top. He's guarded by Dragic. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Some high-scoring teams in the NBA. Let's see the leaders. Number 1, the Magic. The Suns in second.
When you take a look at these teams, boy, they are high-octane offensively, Kevin. Both of these teams play a fast-paced game and put a lot of points on the board. It's really difficult matching up with these guys.
Here's Turkoglu. Right through the knee for the layup.
Look at the combination of size and touch. That's why he's a great finisher down low.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. Spent his first 6 in Phoenix and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
Maxwell against Turkoglu. Here's Maxwell. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Bobcats in Charlotte.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game, too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
Doubled by Dragic. And 3 from Jordan. That's good. Jordan's got 6. And back to Coach Hornacek, the 16th coach in Suns franchise history. He's raised his 3 kids in Phoenix. Stevie's put down roots there. Looks like he'll like to stay for the long term.
Well, he's a tremendous player for the Suns back during the prime of his career. So this is a great fit, coaching the Suns. A guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence and an even-keeled demeanor. Should serve him well as a head coach.
The shot's good from Sim.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Here's Beasley. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 13.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Maxwell against Turkoglu. That is good. And it's 6 points for Mr. Fundamentals. Magic leading by 8. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek for a moment. One of the most important things he wants his team to do defensively in this game is to maintain pressure on them on the perimeter and not allow them to get into any rhythm or flow in their long-range shooting game. We'll see how disruptive they are, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots. Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek. That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Beasley kicks to Bird. Here's Jordan. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Michael.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong so far. Double-digit lead already.
Here's Sims, right now averaging 17 points a game. Lets a floater go. Here's Maxwell. No luck. Nice D from Turkoglu.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Bird. And he also played a big role in their last game with Miami.
Well, when you think about instant offense, his name comes to mind immediately. Doesn't take much for him to get it going and run off a string of buckets.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdowns. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
Now here's Beasley after the miss from Pearson. 9 feet out. Rejected by Pearson. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Here's Sims. Another shot. The putback. McCloud throws it down with the quick putback jam.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
On its way from Beasley for 2. And it's Orlando with another.
They're in the position they're in right now thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period. Boy, it was a wreck of a season for the Magic last year. Started off decently, but then it went downhill fast. A 10-game losing streak, followed shortly again with a 12-game losing streak. Surprisingly, they did play well against the West, though. I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Phoenix making some changes. Weber, he's checked in for the franchise. And the bodyguards subbed in for garbage man. Here's Beasley. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Beasley's got 19 points. And Clark, as you said, probably the last thing anyone expected last season was for the Magic to do well against the West. But it happened, Steve. Half the wins came out of the conference.
Yeah, they actually had a winning record against the Pacific Division, believe it or not. I think some of that is that the Western teams kind of took Orlando for granted, particularly on the road. But look, in the end, it doesn't matter what your record is in conference, against divisions, against the league. What it's about is your total record, and they're looking to get better.
Back to Turkoglu. Oladipo. And good coming off the assist from Hito Turkoglu. Oladipo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They set the pick. The bodyguard passes to Maxwell. No good from outside.
Well, Hito Turkoglu is in the final season of his contract, and last season endured a suspension for performance-enhancing substances and really never found any kind of rhythm in his season. We'll see if he's able to bounce back this year.
Here's Beasley, and again it's Orlando converted.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Suns trail by 16. Beasley with the steal. With the lead pass. And Bird with the basket on the assist by Beasley. Beasley's got his 7th assist in the game.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Here's the bodyguard. Boy, that win against the Bobcats, he's another guy who really showed up to play. Well, Clark, you mentioned the positive test for Turkoglu. The league now implementing tougher testing measures for the players.
Yeah, incorporating blood testing. There's been a feeling that it was a bigger issue in other sports and that NBA players weren't using performance enhancers. I think that's generally the case, but you might as well have a system in place to assure that that is right.
And here's Weber following Hedo Turkoglu's three. And out of bounds. Beasley outside. Doubled by Sims. Harris kicks to Beasley. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Beasley's got 23 points.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Beasley, he's in at the point. Tobias Harris is out there with Jason Maxiell, and it's Michael Jordan, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Beasley outside. And here's Jordan outside. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 23. Swiped it away. Here's Pearson. That drops. Garbage man's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Beasley outside. Back to Chamberlain. Beasley outside. Beasley off a pick from Chamberlain. 2 on the clock. Launches a 3. And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 26.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
The pass to McCloud. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And let's take a quick peek at the 2K leaderboard and the steal leaders from the point guard spot for the last 10 games. You look at Beasley, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, the Prophet, another player that can really go after it. Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Hedo Turkoglu's checked in for Maxiell. And Larry Bird subbed for Tobias Harris. The Magic shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Beasley kicks to Chamberlain. Back to Beasley. Now the feed to Chamberlain. Again, the Magic score.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Here's McCloud. The stupendous finish in traffic. The franchise has got 10 points. They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season.
Now here's Beasley. 26 points for him. Doubled by Sims. Beasley dishes to Chamberlain. Pass to Pearson. Lets it fly. And it's Phoenix scoring again. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. A 5-man team game where the ball moves with so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
A moment here now to check out the numbers for Hedo Turkoglu. Second in field goal percentage, and he's one of the elite shooters in the NBA, in the top 5 in three-point field goal percentage.
And let's look at his phenomenal field goal percentage again, Steve. I mean, that's really a function of good teammates, a good system, but most of it is just taking good shots and making most of them.
Here's Beasley after the Suns pick up 2. He passes to Chamberlain, defended by McCloud. The jump hook, and again, Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 13 points now in the quarter. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's McLeod. That one wide left.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Kevin, it certainly seemed the Magic were to be lost after Dwight Howard, but they have quickly turned things around. The development of their young players last year and nabbing the #2 overall pick in the draft helped speed that process. They took Victor Oladipo and now have a fantastic collection of young talent. We'll see how quickly they can get back to the postseason, guys.
Well, they didn't get it done last season, Doris, but they're hoping with the revamped roster, this will be the year.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
The dish to Chamberlain. And he banks in the layup. Chamberlain got 19 points.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
The Magic shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Jordan, Beasley, defended by Gooden. It's picked off. Beasley with the steal. That's good. 1 points in the game.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Here's Turkoglu. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, folks.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? Tiny and impressive effort here today.
How about this? A double-double already. I mean, this is a sort of energy performance that just pumps life into your whole team.
You know, the way he's impacted the game in so many different ways, it's been fun to watch and really going to be hard to slow him down.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Wizard out there with Maxwell. And it's Garbage Man. Then it's the Prophet. And it's McLeod at the center position.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Orlando. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Philadelphia 76ers, a half game back.
You know, for the Magic, you got to go back to the preseason preparation. It was really solid. They established a style of play that was perfect for their personnel, and it's paid immediate dividends at the start of this season.
And the personnel you mentioned wasn't necessarily well respected coming into the season, but they're quickly earning a lot of respect from around the league.
Sorry.
Easily outside. That's a foul called on the Prophet. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team. Steve, the entire season. That's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable, man. It actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
And here's Beasley after the three-pointer from Pearson. Beasley outside. And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Here's Beasley. Boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play. Even with a defender draped all over him, he's able to find a way to...
Yeah, this was a nasty ankle breaker. Got him. And they said this was goaltender? Damn. Oh yeah, look at that.
Get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him, his stroke is never changing.
And the basket by Maxwell.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Magic shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Beasley, the pass to Turkoglu. Back to Beasley. Beasley, right side. 6 to shoot. Shot on the wing, and that one's good. Beasley's got 31 points.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them liked it.
Out of bounds, Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
Boy, that's a game you know the Heat would really like to take.
Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season, but you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers, so I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Prophet. The franchise guarded by Jordan and stolen by Chamberlain. For 3, Beasley. Phoenix grounds the miss. Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season, but that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against LA. That was kind of a revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season. Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Beasley with the steal. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Maxwell against Turkoglu. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Beasley with it. Now guarded by McLeod. Just 5 on the clock. And that one is good by Beasley.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Maxwell kicks to Bledsoe. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Bledsoe's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Beasley dishes to Jordan. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Bledsoe against Beasley. Jordan. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just to add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Here's Sims, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Chamberlain got 5 rebounds tonight. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns.
Well, they swept the season series last year, and that was a pretty big accomplishment, as small as it might seem, but one of the few bright spots of the year.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, guys. Tiny in their last game against the Heat delivered quite a performance. He had 67 points, and did he ever have active hands on defense? Stealing, blocks, both were a part of his game that night. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Here's Sims, and the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you've got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
Free throw good. Bird. Gortat's checked in for the Suns. Weber comes in for Maxwell. Bird hits them both. Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. On its way from Beasley for 2. He trains the quick shot. Beasley's got 42 in the game.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Gortat with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And Phoenix has possession after the missed 3 from Beasley. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. Beasley's got 45 points.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Well, their pass it to Gooden. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team. Caron Butler is one of those rock-solid, steady vets. Just a pro's pro, we call him. Entering the final year of his contract, you know he's looking to be aggressive out there.
And the basket by Turkoglu.
An unusual skill set for a big man. A long-range shot that gives you such good spacing offensively.
He feeds it to Butler. Can't get it to go. So Orlando will take it the other way. And for Butler out of UConn, a good defender, Steve, a good jump shot.
Yeah, played in one All-Star game back with the Wizards. Now going into his 12th year in the league. He's had a great career.
He is capable, Clark, of some incredible athleticism.
And we just got a chance to see it on 4. Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow.
That was a nasty dunk, bro. Not that close.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play.
Doubled by Gooden. And here's Beasley. Non-stop scoring machine here. And Phoenix pushing it up now.
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Windmill that baby home. That's how to throw it down with the flourish, guys.
And he does it on the reverse. This is measure. Wow, what showmanship.
Man, is that fun. I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Kick ball my ass. That ball didn't even go nowhere. That ball hit the ground.
Here's Butler. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the shot is good.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
You know, for so long, the Suns had been one of the stronger teams in the West and typically could just blitzkrieg Eastern Conference teams with their offense. That's not the case anymore. It really was the East that got the better of the Suns last season.
Shot clock at 6. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Goodman. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And Phoenix making a change here. Dragic has checked in. Well, back to the Suns against the Eastern Conference. They really seem to find it.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Phoenix has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Fast break, here they come. For the finish, hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
Beasley with it. Now guarded by Weber. Beasley kicks to Turkoglu. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And, of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And, Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score. As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
Stolen away, and Phoenix pushing it up now. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
Back to Beasley. And it's thrown down hard with both hands. Amazing hops, exploding to the bucket.
Kevin, you don't expect to see that coming from the point guard position.
No way.
Boy, can he elevate at that size? That's impressive. That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this thing around. He's got to take charge. He's got to be aggressive and really look to push here offensively.
The 3 quarters of play off.
Make sure to reserve your copy of the #1 rated NBA 2K15 coming soon.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for Orlando, Davis at the 4 and Vucevic at the 5. Jameer Nelson is out there with Tiny, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul.
Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
Now, you got to love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
Phoenix has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Leads him in there. Dragic. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And that's now 7 points for Goran Dragic.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Backing down is Beasley. Feeds to Vucevic. Beasley, he's guarded by Dragic. Dragic against Beasley. Again, the Magic score.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Bledsoe with it. And it's Nelson picking him up. Bledsoe kicks to Dragic. Again, Phoenix.
My character didn't even know.
And the Magic with possession. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
You know, that Atlanta game has a lot of attention on it.
Here's Beasley. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Beasley's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Beasley kicks to Weber. uses the glass to finish the layup.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Beasley kicks to Harris. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Beasley with the steal. And here they go. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
Bledsoe dishes to Dragic. He kicks to Weber.
Hammer time!
Wow.
Hammer time!
And he bangs it home with one hand. He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they have. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
It's astonishing to see a player, Clark, at his position who can get to the rim like that.
Yeah, he goes very vertical on you, Kevin.
And once he's up there, you know he's going to throw it down hard.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bring it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Beasley comes with the double team. Beasley, the pass to Bledsoe. Back to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Weber. Shoots from the baseline. Beasley with the rebound.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Harris outside. Back to Beasley. Doubled by Dragic. From the arc. And that one's good. 70 points for Beasley.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Bledsoe with it. Beasley covering. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And upcoming the schedule for the Orlando Magic. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Gortat's checked in for Phoenix. And so they foul intentionally.
I'm not sure.
Phoenix has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. That's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. Here's Beasley. And it's rejected. And here comes the break. Maxwell, the pass to Pearson. That's good. Garbage man's got 24 points.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Boy, he's lighting it up from long range this half, really taking advantage of the defense.
And up the court come the Magic on the break. Back to Iverson. Vucevic. Good ball movement here by the Magic. On its way from Beasley for 2. And there are the Magic with another bucket. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. The Suns making a switch here. Gortat's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Beasley back to Gortat. Passes it to the bodyguard. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Beasley for 3. Nice defense from Eric Bledsoe. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Gets the bucket.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
The Magic shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Beasley for three, gets the bucket.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Steve, I thought those fans, those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
That just run
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take
Like it's
possession.
nothing. Like, I don't
That's a
even-
major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
A three off the inbound. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big.
You were selected as the Jordan Player of the Game. Any comment on that honor?
Yeah, it's always nice to be recognized for your efforts out there. But while individual accolades like that are great, it really doesn't mean much if your team doesn't get the win. I'm proud of how we were able to come out and be the aggressor in this one, and we really played to our strengths. Building off of that and getting better as a team mean more to me than being named player of the game, as humbling an award as it may be. So thanks, but mostly I'm just happy about the W.